We got there. On our way to New York, even in the airport in Florida, we were just like, it was just awkward. It was just all this tension. It was just really awkward. What upset me the most was that a lot of stuff happened at work where we all figured her out. We all kept talking to her. I mean, I'm telling you guys, it was very awkward at work too. This was an issue. Like, I'm talking about stuff was even brought to the manager. Like, that's how much trouble she caused at work because of all the coworkers against each other. Remember that she was talking bad about the piano boy because he was her roommate, and he was like, oh, he's so messy, I'm such a clean person, and I be coming home to a mess. He was mad about that, and to the point that one time she made a mess and he was taking pictures and he brought all those pictures to work. He's like, no, she's the messy one, not me. You guys probably think like, what's the big deal? No, you don't want to be associated with somebody who lies about lying. Like, you said a lie, admit to the lie. No, she lies about lying. So I was like, okay, Biggie, let's try to, just get past this. So we were taking pictures, and I think I still got those pictures on my personal Facebook. And even the pictures, we look awkward. Like, mind you, we are on the first flight together because Stephanie's flight is like hours away. We got to New York around 11 or 12 o'clock at night. Stephanie was going to get there around 6 a.m. We get to New York, and I'm just excited. We pick up the car, and I really just left everything behind. I was just like, yo, I'm in New York for the first time. I'm going to enjoy myself. I really did. I was on my phone. I was taking pictures of everything. The buildings, everything seemed like so different. I'm like, yo, this is so different from Florida. You know how everybody's always talking about, oh, New York is a city that never sleeps. I don't know what area we were. I still to this day don't remember if it was Bronx or Brooklyn, but everybody was sleeping at that time. It was around 12 or 1 a.m. and we were trying to find something that was open for us to eat. In Florida, tons of places are open at 12 and 1 o'clock in the morning. She lived there all her life, and she looks like she's lost. And I'm like, where can we find a place that's open? Like, we were both really hungry. We're driving. We cannot find a pizza place. We cannot find anything that's open. Furthermore, we finally found a pizza place, but they needed cash. They didn't take debit cards. Now we needed to find a bank, and there was like no banks anywhere. And I'm like, and she looks like she's a little bit lost, and she looks upset. And I'm like, I don't live here. You do. To mention that while we were planning the trip, when we were still friends, she scared the crap out of me with New York. She was like, yo, don't ever carry cash on you. You have to be careful. She made it seem like I was going to get killed. She really made it seem like, yo, it is that dangerous. Like, everything you've heard about New York, it is true. Well, that's why I didn't have cash on me. I never travel without cash. In the car, she's kind of upset. She's like, why don't you have cash on you? And I was like, because you told me not to carry cash. You were saying that it was so scary and to be careful. So that's why I don't have cash. We found this ATM, like in the middle of nowhere. I swear, I know it started with a B, the place that we were at, but I will never remember what it is. I don't know if it was Bronx or Brooklyn. And we got out of the car to go to the bank. I don't even do that in Florida. I will never get out of my car and walk to an ATM at 1 o'clock in the morning. Much less I didn't want to do it in New York. It just felt like it took us forever to get a freaking slice of pizza. And everybody's always raving about the pizza. And I've said this before. My first slice of pizza in New York, I thought it was okay. So the next day we go and we pick up Stephanie, and that's when finally we start having some fun because she starts taking us around, New York to museums and stuff like that. We went to Manhattan, we didn't even take the rental car because she really didn't know how to understand the subways and the trains and stuff. So we went to Times Square, we went shopping, we went to restaurants. All in all, for now, we were having a good time, even though the majority of the time she would talk to Stephanie and then I would talk to Stephanie, but her and I would never talk. We got to her brother's house. I remember meeting him. He was really cool right off the bat. And I thanked him for letting us stay there because Stephanie was at last minute. One of the times he went to eat something. And I remember when he opened the refrigerator, he pretty much didn't have anything. It was like ham and cheese and peanut butter. A guy lives there. I told Stephanie, I was like, listen, even though we got to stay here for free, let's do a little compra for him before we leave because we're not like that. I'm not going to stay in your house for free and not even get you groceries. First day, I was having fun. It was a good time, whatever. The second day, she's like, hey, guys, go to sleep early so we could all get up real early in the morning tomorrow so that way we could do more stuff. Waking up early, but if I'm on vacation and you tell me to wake up early, I will wake up early. So me and Stephanie woke up around 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. She's still in bed. I'm like, okay, let's not be rude. This is her house. She told us to get up early, so I guess she's going to get ready real fast. So me and Stephanie were getting ready first. By that time, I had long hair, so I actually took longer to get ready. So I got ready real fast. I just put my hair up in a ponytail. Stephanie's ready. She's still sleeping. And me are finished, and we're just in the bed like, should we wake her up? And I didn't want to wake her up, so Stephanie wakes her up, and it's almost 11 o'clock in the morning. It takes forever and a day to get ready, and we finally end up leaving the house around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. That would have been fine if you would have just told me that the day before. I was upset because don't tell me to wake up early and then I wake up early and then you're sleeping and we leave your house in the afternoon. I could have just been sleeping that whole time. Really trying to remember how everything went about, so bear with me. I'm trying, my memory's like fading. I even had to ask Stephanie, like, what was it that happened that day? Anyways, that day was a little because that day I didn't know. I thought we were gonna do more touristic stuff, but then we ended up at her aunt's house, and we're just like, oh, I didn't know we were gonna be here. So, not saying that you can't visit your family because that's her vacation too, but I just wish that there was a little bit more communication because we were with her aunt like for 4 hours. Her aunt was amazing. You know, she cooked this big old food for us. She made a birthday cake. It was like a little birthday party for her. So I was like, all right, at the end of the day, I was like, it was like a party for her, you know? Anyways, that night, I think we ended up going back to Times Square. And then Stephanie was like being empeñada that she really wanted to get on a taxi cab. So we literally all got in a taxi cab from here to there. You guys know that I'm all about romance and stuff like that. So if you are from New York, you know that in New York, they have like these carriage rides. She got me that for my birthday. Was a beautiful gesture. I was like, oh my God, you got me a carriage ride? She's like, yeah, the horses are here. You get on the back and it gives you a ride around Central Park. And I thought that was an awesome gift. And even though it was an awesome gift, it was still awkward. And Stephanie was feeling awkward too because she's like, I hate this. You talk to me, she talks to me, and it's weird. I felt bad and I was like, okay, Stephanie, she's always talking about this chocolate restaurant here. It was like her favorite restaurant in New York. So when we go out tomorrow, that'll be my gift to her, that chocolate dinner thing. We never made it to the dinner because now the trip was starting to get a little bit more on an awkward level. So the night before, we're getting all ready, we're about to go to sleep, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, okay, guys, so we're going to wake up tomorrow. And then I open my big mouth. I know that I was messed up because I'm a guest in your house, so I should not said this. But I guess because I paid to come here, I didn't want to go through this again. I'm like, are we really going to wake up early tomorrow? Or are we going to wake up like at 11 o'clock and leave the house like at 1 o'clock in the afternoon like we did today? I said that. She snaps. And she had, I'm not going to deny it, she had all the right in the world to snap because, again, I am a guest in her house. She's like, yo, what are you talking about? She's like, yo, I'm on vacation too. I'm not a freaking tour guide. She's like, this is my vacation. This is my birthday. I don't have to take you around New York. Okay. So I'm like, I was like, I never said that I wanted you to be my tour guide, but you said in Florida that you were the one that was going to take me around. You should have been a little bit more specific. Now, if you want to do your own thing and me and Stephanie do our own thing, that's fine, but let's all be on the same page. But it turned into a big old argument and we ended up just going to sleep. Woke up that day a little earlier. I guess she was like, all right, well, whatever. Because we were both right in our own way. We were both wrong for the things that we said, but we both had a point. Forgot what we did this day. I remember that we had breakfast at IHOP or something like that. And I think what became a problem was that she wanted to see another family member. I'm not saying that you cannot visit your family, but my thing is, okay, if you want to visit your family, that is fine. Just tell me you want to see your family and me and Stephanie could go our own. Me and Stephanie could go our own way. I don't live in New York. We need the car. You understand the subways and the trains. So why don't we just, even that out and we both go our separate ways? That's fine. We don't have to do everything together just because we took the flight together. So she was really, really wanting to see her uncles or something like that. We felt uncomfortable. We don't know those people. You know how we finally came up to the agreement that she could go visit her uncles and stuff. And I had a friend in New York and I was like, listen, I'll go see my friend really quick. And then you could do your thing with your uncles and we'll meet back at Times Square. Mind you, that night was her birthday dinner. It was supposed to be this dinner party that she's been planning since Florida with a whole bunch of her friends. I'm worried for her. I'm looking at my clock and I'm like, Stephanie, like, when is she gonna start getting ready to get ready for her party? We get to Times Square it was around 3 or 4 or something like that. And, Stephanie was helping her with her outfit because Stephanie was gonna do her makeup and her hair. We're going from store to store trying to put an outfit together for her because she's been excited about this birthday dinner with her family and friends. I'm telling you, since Florida, she's been planning. At this point, her brother kind of put 2 and 2 together and he kind of realized, like, I don't think they're as close as she made it seem. He ends up, shopping with us and stuff like that. And so all 4 of us are trying to find an outfit. We're trying to do everything. We're, he's birthday shopping for her. We're all having a good time, right? It's still late, mind you. It's getting late. And I'm just like, how is she going to get home? How are we going to do all this? The traffic looks crazy. And he does the worst thing in the world by accident. I'm not from New York. I get lost with a GPS. Do not give me a car in New York and expect me to figure out where I'm at and what I'm doing. Leaves her debit card in the car by accident. So he tells me, listen, Biggie, I'm going to give her the card. Just take the car around and come back. I tell him, no. I'm like, listen, I'll bring her the card. You take the car around. Beg him, like, no, listen, I'll bring her the card. You drive. I'm going to get lost. He